Kippa, or hi gang. This week we're going to take care of those chrysanthemums we put in. Our tender little plants are not going to like the incoming weather.
Bok, I'm Mandy-O. This is Grow, Make, Cook, and welcome to my garden. I grew up in Australia in a permaculture family, but after we got married, Mr. O and I moved here to his home country of Croatia. I am a passionate and hands-on homemaker and gardener, and I love life's simple pleasures. So join me on my journey, and together we can learn to grow, make, and cook. This is the first week in November, or Studeni.
Before we dive in though, I'm just removing the last of my basil and my other summer crops from these top beds. It's a bit of a shame really, but it is a job that still smells delightful.
I love upcycling, and these 5-litre bottles can give some protection to my new plants. They sort of behave like tiny, unheated greenhouses.
While chrysanthemums are pretty tough, these guys do need a bit of a trim. The importance of that is that you don't want these guys to put all of their effort into the flowers. You want, in this very first year, these guys to put their effort into going down into the soil, making roots and establishing themselves. If they're going to behave as a perennial, they really need a bit of a haircut early on in life. So even though you buy them and they smell beautiful and you really want the colors, cut them.
Then I push my half-bottle covers over the plant and pull the mulch back round to help hold it in place.
This is a job that I have been terribly lazy with. This is the hedge that we've planted at the bottom edge of the vegetable garden, and it's lovely and it's started to really grow. These were tiny little shoots, probably no longer than the bits I'm cutting off when we planted them, so they really have done a lot. But it's really important before winter really kicks in to give these a good chop, tidy them up, make them back down to about chest height where I want them, and this is more to encourage bushy growth than anything else. What I have here is some seed-saved onions. These were quite a robust onion that I grew this year, and I quite liked them. We didn't actually grow very many, so I left a couple in the ground over summer so that they would make seed, and they have done, which I've collected, and I've got them in this little, it's still in their shells, I guess you'd say. And so I'm just separating them out, but I think because these onions were pretty tough and pretty hardy, I think I'm going to be able to sow some now. Now I know some tough varieties of onions you can sow in the autumn or in the fall or ujesen, and they're fine. And so we're kind of on the end of autumn now, and I'm going to do an experiment. So some of these I will sow now, and we'll sow some at the normal time for sowing onions at the beginning of spring next year. All I'm doing is separating the little black seeds out, and sprinkling them lightly in this old egg container really, And I'm not going to put it inside. It's not going to get any heat. I am going to put it under the protection of an old window pane, but it's not going to get any heat at all. These will take a little while to germinate, at least 2 weeks, maybe even a little bit more. And then a quick sprinkle with the rose watering can, just to get those seeds all settled down. But as I said, I don't expect these to germinate quickly. I expect them to germinate very slowly in these cool temperatures. Cool soil like this means for slow germination for a lot of things. So, I wanted to have a little chat. Something very interesting happened recently. I was asked on one of my Facebook groups to comment on a rather glorious woodland garden. And in the comments, a question came up, which was, what even makes this a garden? It was quite a wild, gently maintained, with very little input garden. And I actually had to think about this quite seriously, and I think it's a really good thing to discuss, because for me, the idea of a garden is intention. It doesn't have to have flowers, it doesn't have to have vegetables or fruit or any of the things that a lot of people would associate with a garden. For me, if the intention is there, if somebody is gardening it and making it their garden, then it's a garden. Even if it means they touch it very little and they just cut down things to allow the wildflowers to grow, that's still them cultivating a wildflower garden to me. So I would be really interested in knowing your thoughts and opinions down in the comments about where your definition for what is a garden lies. Perhaps that's a question for you to ponder this week. Thanks for stopping by. If you like what we're doing, please like the video. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you want notifications, use the bell icon below. And until next time then, do widzenia.